Hey Hound Dogs, I'm David Hankins.
I'm Paul Hankins.
And welcome to On the Air with Power Squared. This week, if you've been watching the show, we've talked before about we have a Kickstarter starting on March 24th. We're working in conjunction with Artithmeric.com, which is a on-demand printer out of Britain.
Yes.
The idea is to raise some money to have Power Squared translated into French and try to sell it abroad.
Yes.
Which we're all in favor of. We don't have anything physical from the Kickstarter to show you, so we thought we would show you the Kickstarter instead.
Yes, and while we are doing that, we'll try our best to answer any questions that the chat may have.
Right, so we're hoping people are watching and we're chatting.
Otherwise, this will look silly. Alright, so I guess I should switch over.
Okay. So, welcome to Power Squared, a twin superhero drama. Since this is coming out of Britain, you're going to see the dollar figures are going to, or the dollar figures, the money's going to be in pounds.
Yeah.
It does say dollars here, but the rest of the stuff, the tiers as we go down, will be in pounds. So just a little heads up.
Yes. So the goal is £1,000, which translates to $1,315, because that's how it goes. That's just the conversion.
Yeah, pounds are worth a little bit more than dollars. It used to be 2 to 1, but now it's come down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So anyway,
a long time ago it was 2 to 1. Anyway, so this is of course the splash page. We'll have a link in the on our podcast and in the YouTube video where you can go and sort of sign up to be notified when this comes live.
Yeah.
But we're going to take you behind the scenes. So
yeah.
Go beyond.
This is a preview.
Yes.
So you know what to expect.
So we start off with the story.
You want me to read that?
Sure.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Marty and Eli Powers are college-age identical twins who discover on their first day at Saranori Community College they were granted superpowers when they were younger by a magical yokai, a kitsune named Mocha. While they each have their own unique power, Marty super speed and Eli telekinesis, as some sort of cosmic joke, both share a small pool of other powers. However, each of them can only use one shared power at a time and only for a few minutes.
Yeah, so that was the crux of the story. Basically, that's how we set it up. We wanted them to have, and we can get into the whole if anybody cares why they have those powers that way, but that is true.
Yeah. All right, I guess we'll continue.
Right. We'll go through the tiers, not go pledge by pledge.
Right.
But we do have a little.
Okay, so we got a preview.
The inspiration was, of course, that you guys were growing up as identical twins.
Yeah. We were growing up as identical twins. We noticed that identical twins in media, especially like superhero stuff, are typically side or gimmick characters, and when twins were leads, they were usually fraternal. So there's an opportunity to explore identical twins as leads,
right?
Without necessarily resorting to stereotypes,
right? So if you're a loyal watcher of the show, you know that's kind of the crux of the story. So if you're new, we just want to make sure you kind of know where we're going from.
Yeah.
So there's a preview, which is some pages from. Now, we did these are the first 5 issues put together as a graphic novel.
Yes.
We did these pages in 2017.
Yeah.
And we wanted to. It was our first try at doing a comic book and knew nothing. And 5 years later, probably still don't know anything. But we wanted to kind of go back and look at the text. The artwork it would be too expensive for us to remaster.
Yeah.
As you say, if we ever do that, it'll be.
If we ever do the artwork, I would want to subtitle it Final Mix because of Kingdom Hearts.
And I'm sure Rachel would love the money to go back, and as with Julia. But right now, that's out of the realm. So we wanted to kind of at least go back and look at the dialogue. I did a lot of the writing. It's wordy.
Yeah.
Agreed. And we want to see if we could somehow, trim it up and sort of make it more Alan Moore friendly.
Yeah.
As far as how many, you're only supposed to have so many words in a dialogue box and all that. So we tried to go back and kind of do that as much as we could.
Yeah, I will say now Alan Moore said wasn't like a hard rule. It was what he was had to work with at DC, and it's still it's actually a really good rule.
Yeah, and it does keep you from being too wordy and stuff.
Yeah.
So I applaud trying to do that. So we did do that. We went back through. So what you're seeing, if you've read the comic book, is already, and God bless you for doing that, it would be sort of new because the dialogue and stuff would be a little different. Yeah. So we're trying to make it at least a new experience for people that maybe have already read it.
Yeah.
So you get some pages showing the first few pages from the comic book.
Yeah, and then we've got information about Artithmeric and some links.
We're hoping to have Steve B be on the show next week.
Yeah.
We're record that this weekend, but he'll be next week's OAPS will be Steve B, who is one of the co-founders of Artithmeric.
Yeah,
as far as I know.
And then of course their previous campaigns were Dirk Brody and Delegates, and then we got the inspiration right here, which we covered earlier.
Yeah, sorry.
And here's a snapshot of characters. Power Squared.
These are Marty and Eli, of course, are the main characters. Mocha, Uncle Brian, whom they live with.
Yeah.
There's Jennifer Perry, who is sort of the pretty girl on campus that Eli ends up having a relationship with, right?
Yeah.
There's
Kirby, Steve, and Don, who are their friends. And then we got the villains from these first 5 issues.
Yes, and it's Instructor Agnes Miller. Instructor Agnes, oh well. Dr. Horatio Atlas, Dr. Ted Brubaker, and Dr. Reynolds.
Yes.
And they're the ones that are after the boys. We need to talk to them maybe about. Again, hasn't been done yet, so there might be tweaks.
Yeah.
And there's one that we probably should have.
And then we got some creator bios.
Me, you, Trevor, who was really a big part of the co-creation of it.
Yeah.
And he still works on every issue, his letter.
Yeah.
He's done some prop design work for us on these issues especially.
Yes.
So we want to give him credit for that.
And we got Sika, who was our original artist.
Yeah, we met Sika through one of those Facebook pages or Facebook groups that's kind of matches writers and artists together, and he was at the time the best choice we had.
Yeah.
And we worked with him on 5 issues, and we decided to kind of move on.
Yeah.
From that, but these are his five issues.
And then we've got Rory Richards.
Rory was actually our second colorist.
Yeah.
I like to say Rory sort of saved Power Squared.
Yeah.
We had, I think we've told the story before, I'll tell it again. We had done the first couple of issues. We showed it to Chip Mosier at Comixology. He was very nice enough to look at it. He said, the story's okay, the artwork's okay, the lettering could be better, but your coloring's got to go.
Yeah.
And so he helped us find a colorist.
Yes.
Put us in touch with SCAD, some professors at SCAD.
Yeah.
And we negotiated, initially not with Rory, but with somebody else. Rory was a friend of that person, and so we hired him to do the coloring.
Yeah.
So again, I always feel like that he really kind of, saved it.
Yeah. I will say we just decided to use shot from the book as an avatar.
Right. And then, I asked, we had Paige on the show, Paige Redbird on the show a couple of weeks ago, and I asked her if we were ruining people for sequential art because I don't think Rory does it anymore, and she's now works in leather and those kind of things, cosplay design and stuff.
Well, we're sure that's just the nature of sequential art.
Yes, but it was just sort of seemed like 1, 2, and then their third colorist also I don't think does sequential art anymore.
Wait, let's get people hyped about the Kickstarter.
Yeah, I know. I just want to tell little stories as we go through.
I know.
So there's Paige, and then we wanted if you saw our Kickstarter from 2 years ago where we did the graphic novel, we used the cover that we just kind of expanded from something that was already in the book.
Yeah.
And we wanted something new and original, and so we went to our current artist Rachel Wells.
Yes.
And our current colorist Julia Cannon, and they put together I think a really good cover and a really good back cover.
Yeah.
We would have something that was sort of something unique.
Yeah.
And and the back cover I really like a lot.
Yeah.
Really nice.
We mentioned before we were going for like the front cover was anime intro, and then the back cover was anime outro.
Right. Yes. Yeah. And
That sort of tense versus calm feeling.
And we've had in our previous show, if you want to look it up, we had the two of them on to talk about doing the covers.
Yeah.
And we're actually we do a thing on our website called Peak of the Week, where we look at something in a coming issue. And the last few weeks we've been building up, showing the multiple choices we had, or we made Rachel come up with for the cover, and which one we chose, and we're kind of finishing that off in the next couple of weeks.
Yeah. All right, so then we get to the rewards.
Which will be interesting to see what we get.
Yeah.
So now, Artithmeric is really big on the print.
Yes.
But they also realize that people want digital.
Yeah.
So Tier 1, hey, you get issue 1 of Power Squared. And this is the revised, remastered version.
Yeah.
And as you can tell, we also have a little, we're introducing our SRCC press.
Yes.
Because of
branding.
Yes. So that's actually on those issues. And then you get a physical copy of issue 1.
And then physical 1 through 5. And then the physical graphic novel.
Right.
With our
cover.
Your cover.
Yeah, which I again, I think it's very eye-catching.
And then you can also get the physical graphic novel and 5 individual issues.
Right.
And then you can get all that and a T-shirt.
Now the T-shirt is obviously from the cover.
Yes.
It looks pretty cool, I think.
Yeah.
I think it'd be nice if we had one. No, we don't have one. Anyway, so that's cool. And then
you get the graphic novel, comics, and a signed art print.
Right, and it would be signed by the three of us. Not
Yeah.
Sika. That'd be he's in Indonesia. It'd be real expensive
Yeah.
to sign. So it'd just be the three initial creators signing it. So.
Yeah.
And again, not the artist, but
Great. And then add-ons. We got bookmarks, T-shirts, and more prints.
Yeah. So the T-shirt, one of the T-shirts you can add on is the SRCC shirt that we're now wearing here. We wear every show. San Ramiro Community College is where the boys go. The Hound Dogs are which is why we call them Hound Dogs. The Hound Dogs are the mascot of the school, and so this is a little T-shirt that sort of brings that all together.
Or a collegiate shirt.
Right. And then we have signed prints, a variety of, which I don't think we've actually seen, but we picked out certain images we thought were really the best images from the book, and those are the ones that would be the signed prints.
Yeah.
So that's pretty cool.
And then we got some stretch goals.
A sticker.
Stickers.
Yeah.
Postcards with special
chibis.
Chibis done by Julia.
Yeah. We'll tell a little story how those came about. We did a signing in September at Golden Apple in Hollywood, and we wanted to bring Julia, who we've not issued anything yet that she's done. That's coming soon.
We will do it this year.
Yes, we will. But we wanted her to bring her along because she's a great personality, if nothing else. She's I like her, so we wanted to bring her along and have her be a part of it. And there was a lot of downtime.
Yeah.
And she had a tablet, and she drew the Mocha chibi, and I thought that was awesome.
Yeah.
It was just out of her head, top of her head. So I said, hey, let's do some more of those. And so she did 4, one of Marty, Eli, and Dr. Atlas and Mocha.
Yeah.
And so those are available as postcards. And eventually we'll put them out as T-shirts as well, and posters and things. But right now for the Kickstarter, it's postcards.
And then after that, 3 more comics.
Yeah, and those are from Artithmeric's
stable of.
Yes, and you'll get Delegates, which is an interesting sort of political story. You get Dirk Brody, which is a very imaginative.
It's kind of like Indiana Jones.
Yeah, it's a ripping yarn kind of stuff, and it's a lot of fun to read. And then it's also.
And then you got Baggett Robot in there.
Yeah, Phil the Wisp.
Yes.
Who's also been on the show. We've actually had all these creators on the show.
Yeah.
And supporting their Kickstarters when they had them. Phil hasn't had one yet. We'll have him back.
And then an A3 poster of our back cover.
Right, which as you said is sort of...
anime outro.
Right.
Calming.
yeah. So that's one of my favorite images we've had so far.
Yeah. And then we got some more stuff here.
Yeah, and we show you kind
Shows
of
you the process.
Yeah. Yeah. We can go back to show you the thumbnail kind of stuff.
Yeah.
As it works its way through. That's a nice little. I'm glad they were able to pull that together.
Yeah.
From what we sent them, and then just some sort of
Other
stuff out of it, and
then risks and challenges. So
probably not that many risks.
Because it's all done.
Yeah. So, and they print it, so it's it's not going to be a.
I guess the only challenge will be shipping under COVID.
Yeah. And shipping, international shipping is really high, but they're figured out how to keep the price down, I think.
Yeah.
So it's worthwhile. So we just want to kind of make sure people had a shot at looking at it. We encourage you to go to again, we'll have the website in our profile, and we hope that you will go and sign up so that you'll be notified when it goes live. And of course, the more people that do it when it opens, the better. It becomes a Kickstarter we like. So we really hope that we'll get your support to push it up.
Yeah. All right. So I guess we didn't have any questions from the chat.
Yeah.
So on that note, if you are watching this on YouTube later and you like this, leave a like and consider subscribing and ringing that bell.
So until next time, I'm David Hankins.
I'm Paul Hankins.
And you've been on the air with Power Squared.